align, breathe, connect. Hi, it's Reverend Dr. Kat here with You Know What. It's always time for your best you. Well, it's been a long change into coming into the summer season. We are starting the first show, and then we're on Chakra 1, as you can see. Red is the color of Chakra 1. Chakra 1, family. So, of course, I brought Fur Family with me today, and also just to take a moment for all of us here in the studio. We're recording here, live here. It's not going on Facebook, but for us, it's the day of 9/11, and as so many of us know, so many beautiful, precious lives were lost on this day. So many families lost connections, and included even all of our fur friends, too, who gave their lives looking for family members that were lost. So blessings to all those. I know this is going to not be seen until later, but we here know everything's energy, so our hearts are with the families who are going through the loss of this day. God bless all of you. We love you, you know. But today I brought my guest coming on from last season. I told you they'd be returning, and I do have them with me here. A blessing to have Melissa Shaney Cooper and her daughter, Sophie Cooper, and they've brought part of their family with them today. As you know, last season I had Melissa and Sophie on, and we talked about these kitties. So I'm so happy to have you here today, Melissa. Thanks for coming. And
thank you for having us.
Bringing your little babies. I know I've got the two Wobblies here with me. And why don't you just help everyone understand even what we mean when we're talking about a wobbly cat. I mean, it's something different for a lot of people, but our consciousness is raised quite a bit around animals.
So a wobbly cat is a cat. The proper term is cerebellar hyperplasia. It's when their cerebella doesn't properly develop during, gestation. There are different severities to hyperplasia. Very mild cases where their head just bobs a bit, and very severe cases like Spooky where they don't walk. They have muscle atrophy where their paws tilt in. Spooky has all of that.
Yeah. Spooky is the little black kitty here. He wears a diaper. And Melissa and Sophie and Eddie and everyone in the family helps to participate so that he always has his diaper on. And I've been to the house, he skittles across the floor.
Closer?
You know, it's a beautiful thing because I know, Sophie, you've brought, this is Polly, right? And you brought Polly into the school with you, haven't you?
Yes.
Because what have you told your fellow students? You're an 11-year-old. So what have you let everyone know about Polly?
I let everyone know that he is special. He's not like an ordinary cat. So some people were just going and wanting to pick him up. And he was actually happy. He was walking around. And they just look at Polly as a normal cat, and then they saw that he can wobble. And then they saw, oh, fun, a wobbly cat. And then they realized the real taking care of part that goes into what we do with him. And because we also have Pumpkin at home, we also have Nemo. We have a lot of CH cats, and it's a lot of work, especially the two who wear diapers, because you obviously can't wear them on because Pumpkin gets rash because he has sensitive skin.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so you always have to be home on time to change their diapers. You have to be home on time to feed them. If you leave a diaper off of them, which I have accidentally done before, or they take them off and then they poop all over the floor, they roll in it, and some people just don't have the time to give them a bath, so they don't, and they get all gross. But
they're total care
that's why
animal.
you have to be home on time.
So this is a very special needs type of cat, but I think the message for us in our society right now is, we've evolved to a point where, anything that we don't even consider, what is special needs? Well, it needs love. What kind of love? The love that it will need. What is that going to be? Well, you'll find out, right? Because is love defined by what, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
do you love something only because it is at a point of what's perfect?
There's no such thing.
Right. So there was a time even in our society with humans, we separated them out, and we didn't honor the fact that it was a fellow human being. And so we've evolved now where we don't do that as much, but we still bully, right? And things are still hard in this world. But how can it be overcome, even if you're a wobbly cat?
When you talk about overcoming things, Polly's overcame so many things. He came from Manhattan ACC. Somebody just left him there because they didn't want him. And we saw a video on Facebook, and I said, I have to go get this cat. And I got him hours before they were going to put him to sleep. And I can't imagine putting a cat this lovable and with this big of a personality down for nothing. And he came to us, and he was locked in our bathroom for 27 days because he was sick.
Yeah.
Because in those shelter situations, they're very ill. He had a upper respiratory infection. And even after being locked in a bathroom alone for 27 days, he still was the most lovable animal you've ever met.
Oh, you're very lovable.
And every day he struggles to get around, and he can do everything that our normal cats do.
Yeah, normal. You know, what is normal, and what is
Yeah.
perfect? Kind of. I think we're now in a time where, as I said, families aren't even necessarily defined biologically, really anymore.
Well, we know
We
that.
find that family are the people that you collectively agree that you're going to love and care for. That's what family is, loving and caring for one another. And that always includes caring for the animals on our planet. So I think it's such a beautiful thing. I think they're very comfortable here.
Oh, yeah.
Polly is very, very happily sleeping. And I don't know if you can see it. Maybe you can zoom in or not. But this is Spooky.
Spooky.
I brought my strawberry quartz for Spooky because he was a little spooked when he first came. And he's just laying his head on the strawberry
Yeah, he
quartz.
really likes that.
But we know cats are psychic, okay? We know that. That's not, and we know that. I put it in my book actually. We know that the vibratory power of the purr can change our frequency. And so, yeah, because I wrote another book. Yahoo! Cat did it again. This is a fun one for everyone to check out and read. But in it, I have a cat too, so that's why I'm referencing it, because of the vibratory power of the purr and how it can heal us is amazing. So when we're giving and caring and loving another being on this planet, the karma and the vibrational frequency of love, I've talked about it a million times, is just such a unique frequency, and everything is energy and everything is karma. So when we put out love and light, what's going to come back?
The same.
What's going to come back when we put out love and light?
You're going to get it back to you, and it's going to spread.
Right.
And people are going to start uniting with each other, and if people were actually nice, bullying wouldn't happen, and people wouldn't get depressed and stuff like that. So I really do think that people should start being kind, so that the kind will spread back to them, and then it will just start spreading.
I think that's well put, that we should more and more spread kindness, because it's a contagious, just like love, everything is infectious, right? So let's spread kindness and goodness.
Right? Mother, this is your daughter here.
Yeah.
Speaking the words of truth. But yeah, I think it is about being kinder, and I think we always start with ourselves, and I've talked about this before, that kindness starts in your own home. We are individually, each and every one of us, our body is our home, and so it's the temple, and taking care of that and sending that self-loving kindness vibration into ourselves then creates a loving vibrational frequency. If we are going to turn to ourselves and find everything that's wrong with ourselves, what do you think is going to happen when you turn to another person?
I think that what I said, I think they're going to start spreading kindness. Or like say
If I'm saying to myself, if I keep making myself say I'm just not a good person, do you think I'm going to see everybody in the light of goodness? Why? If I can't see it in myself?
maybe it's because you see other people being kind and you don't think that you're kind. And you really don't think you're a good person, and so you see everyone else, like you see someone drop like books or their groceries on the ground and you help them, and you see someone helping them, you think of yourself as a bad person for not going and helping.
Well, that's an interesting little turnaround of a conversation. So we're all mirrors to each other then. So when we see kindness, we want to help. Here, there's a little kitty cat coming over to you. Now I got to be careful because he's got his back legs. There we go. Cat fur flying. So then how did you get the spooky?
Spooky and Pumpkin came to us, it's 2019, right?
Gosh, it is 2019.
3 days after Vicky.
Okay,
and his
so
brother
they
and sisters
came to us
The
summer
day-
of 2018 in July. They were part of our rescue. They are foster fails. They were about 8 or 9 weeks old, and they came, and I was holding, it was a funny story, I was holding Pumpkin, and she's a white and orange cat, and I saw something black on her paw, and they were infested with fleas.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so bad, I put them, because you bathe kittens in Dawn to get rid of fleas typically.
Okay.
I put him in a basin to wash him, and there was blood running off.
Oh, poor little boy, because the fleas had bit his
The
poor
flea
skin to
dirt,
pieces. Yeah.
flea
And
dirt
the flea
looks
dirt.
is red. It's blood
'Cause they
because
eat blood.
they eat blood.
Vampires.
So that's what it looked like, and I freaked out.
Yeah.
And so we rushed them to the emergency vet at 11 o'clock at night, and they gave them flea medicine, and they took care of them, and I spent the next 2 days picking dead fleas off of them on my porch. And we worked with them for the next 3 months, and I became very attached, which is something that you don't typically do
Right.
in rescue.
Because what happens when you get attached?
Yeah, they end up being part of your family.
They're part of the family.
Yep. So they were my first CH cats.
Okay.
And then that summer, I had taken on so many cats. I ended up with another CH cat that was born, that came to us with their mom at a day old. And she has a wonderful home in New York with my friend Amanda. And then I ended up this winter seeing the Facebook ad for New York ACC, and I went and got Polly because they needed somebody who was experienced with the special needs. And then we ended up with Nemo a few months later because somebody in Norwich was being evicted from her apartment, and nobody knew how to take care of this cat because he had CH. So I really am very much attracted to the disability.
Or let's just say,
I
Spirit
feel like they
has
find me.
Spirit
They do.
has
They
a way
find
that they
me.
can find you.
They find me.
because you're blessed with the gift to be able to love them.
And I absolutely do. I love these animals like they're my children.
It shows, Melissa. And I think it's a message for all of us as we evolve in our consciousness, because times keep changing, and it's a good thing that we don't treat life the way we treated it before. And, it's like Nancy and I were saying on the show Your Best You. Even medicine. Nancy's behind the camera with me right now. Tyler's in the camera. Joe's in the control room. We've got a great crew here at Nutmeg. You know how much I love my Nutmeg TV. And Joni came in to visit with Melissa and Sophie and the kiddies before the show, so blessings. But Nancy was saying even with medicine, it's a revolution now. So we've got a higher consciousness, and we don't dispose and eliminate things so quickly now, so that's really fabulous.
A lot of vets would just put them down, especially in their case.
Yeah,
They would just euthanize them.
Yeah.
Because they just don't want to deal with it.
because I think, as you yourself have said, it's difficult to find a person who has the heart to bring them in as family.
Yes.
Because that's literally what this animal, like, it's not like, oh, I let the cat roam around in the back field.
You know.
No, these cats have to have special need care.
Yeah, they need 24-hour attention.
What was the anti-seizure medicine? Who's getting that?
Oh, Spooky has seizures. Spooky has other neurological disorders other than CH. So he started having seizures in February.
Yeah.
So he takes Chakra.
Yeah.
And that's been helping, but it's a medication that has to be given every 8 hours. So he travels with us. We can't, if we miss that 8 hours, it's another seizure.
Right. So, and then I've also, Nancy and I have talked about the value of the CBD oils for seizures, and I know that I've also shared that with Melissa
Yes.
as well. So, times are changing and there's new information, and we're evolving so beautifully as human beings. I just love to see this. And you also brought some mittens in for us, didn't you? Because I
Yeah.
know we have a little bit of time left, but they're sleeping so peacefully. Maybe I should take Polly back. So you can. We brought two little things. We brought two little mittens in, and of course you know how cute kittens can be.
And we call them
Sophie's-
Smokey and Bandit.
Sophie's bringing them out for us.
Smokey and Bandit.
Here, I'll take the one, and you can bring out the other one. Okay, we can have them both
This is
out.
Smokey, right?
That is Smokey.
This is Smokey.
Okay. No diaper there.
Oh,
Just
no.
That way you can get yourself set. No diaper there.
Smokey and Bandit came from a home in Bridgeport that had several mothers and kittens that were just disgusting.
Well, I think what happens a lot of times with cats is people just start getting overridden, and they don't properly
Spay and
take
neuter
care of-
your animals, please. I'm going to get up on my
Well, I
soapbox.
think it's about treating animals as they are family members, and if they're a family member, you're not going to let your well, I hope not, your family member go running around in the streets.
So
No, I hope not.
these two had, they were, I want to say 4 weeks old when they came to stay with us. They had fleas and all those wonderful things
Too cute,
like
right?
parasites and
Just
all that.
too
So we took care of them. We gave them Capstar and Revolution to get rid of the fleas. They had a flea bath, and they've been wormed regularly, and they will be vaccinated and spayed and neutered and adopted out next,
Okay, but what's
at the
the
end
name
of
of
next
the
month.
organization again? It's
Ruby
the
TLC Fur Baby Rescue.
Ruby TLC
Yes.
for baby rescues.
I foster for Ruby TLC, but I also do independent rescue, and I have my own rescue, House of Meow.
The House of Meow that's on Instagram.
Yeah,
right?
we have an Instagram page, and Paulie has his own Instagram page. He helps spread the
Paulie
word.
has his own Instagram
Yes.
page, and he's in a contest right now, right?
Yes, he's in a contest for a chain of grocery stores. He's going to audition to be Mr. Grumbles for their Christmas advertisement this year. They're looking for a cat with a big personality, so we thought Paulie would fit the bill. So if you happen to be friends with me on Instagram, please share Paulie's post and hashtag it Mr. Grumbles, because he really wants to audition to be Mr.
Well,
Grumbles.
I think it would be really great. This is for a food chain, but I think
grocery store.
I think it's very good because I think he's a perfect candidate for educating the young people in terms of too cute, in terms of, special needs. And, as I always say, no matter how wobbly you are, you can be the king of your world.
That's right.
And, you can shine and be your best you. No matter what kind of obstacle or anything that's coming towards you, you're so perfect and unique and divine. Look at, here's examples of it all around, the uniqueness and divinity of life, that there's nothing that can stand in your way. Be inspired by your uniqueness. Is just, somebody's gonna go for a walk, so let's not go taking too many walks around here. Maybe he can go in his house, see?
You want to go in here?
Well, we only have a few minutes left to the show, and I'm glad that we were able to bring on some new family fur friends, as promised from last season. And I look forward to hearing from you. I am going to be taking this show live on Facebook. I think we're going to be putting it up for the last show of the season. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to start tuning in. I'll get some little clips up on the phone, and that way we at least can start chatting. I want you to feel comfortable to come in. I know Sophie's going to come back because she has some new ballet moves that we're going to be working with. Am I correct? So Sophie will be back, and Melissa, you're always a pleasure to have on and come back. And they were here with the cooking show, so we'll see what we're going to do for the cooking show next time.
And I can talk about cats all day, so.
And Meow, in the House of Meow, is always available for cat conversations.
Yeah.
Don't you have the cute T-shirts and things that are so sweet?
We do T-shirt fundraisers all the time, so I will be posting about those soon. We'll be doing another one.
So they're
fun for everybody.
Yeah, it is fun. Everything, embrace the fun and uniqueness of life, and what we were talking
I
about.
Promise they're always appropriate T-shirts.
Well, we want to keep it child friendly, so kid friendly is always good. Keep it in that PG realm, and we're good to go. And oh gosh, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, on the Facebook I have the page Your Best You up. So if you want to go over and start to take a peek at that, and oh look at how sweet and precious, right? So let's see, what's our last word for the day? I won't hold you to one. I know you told me don't hold me to one word. One word, Kat. But what would you want to say today for everyone on this day when we're talking about special needs and family and our foundation, and what would be a nice thing to just end with?
Put me on the spot. You go first.
Oh gosh. Well, what I would say is, never underestimate the power of the purr.
Oh, I like that.
Okay?
Now I don't know what to say.
Because we've all got the power of the purr within us, okay? So it's inside of us.
I think that you should always think about how, there's some disability kids in my school. One of them's name is Christian. He's one of my good friends. And if you see someone with disability, you should actually try to make friends with them because nobody's perfect.
Thanks, everyone. I love you. We hope to see you soon. Blessings.